What are the Paris Climate Accords and how likely is it that Trump will try to pull us out of them again? The Paris Climate Agreement is a legally binding treaty that was agreed upon by 196 world leaders at the UN Climate Change Conference in Paris, France on December 12, 2015. It basically says that these 196 countries are committed in different ways to ensuring that the planet doesn't warm more than 2 degrees. Sounds nice, but how does it get paid for? The countries who are richer and have more resources agreed that they would pay a little bit more towards this goal. Kind of like when your rich friend picks up the tab for everybody at the restaurant because they know you ain't got it like that, but they want to party with you anyway. And then all the countries provide their metrics of success, and there have been many successes thanks to this agreement. Things like more countries, regions, and cities setting carbon neutrality targets. Zero carbon emissions are becoming more competitive across economic sectors, representing 25% of emissions. But the successes are most notable when it comes to job creation in the transport and power sectors. So if it's working so great, why would Trump pull us out of it? Because he's cheap and he thinks that everybody should be paying exactly the same. He doesn't think that America, because we are richer and have more resources, should be more responsible to the success of the overall program. In fact, the day after he lost the 2020 election, he pulled us out of this agreement with 196 other countries. Now, Joe Biden rejoined the Paris Climate Accords. So we were only out of it for like 2 months total, but it really did put a strain on our relationship with some of our closest allies. And even here domestically, a bunch of governors from the United States created this thing called the U.S. Climate Alliance to ensure that they were continuing to advance the objectives of the Paris Agreement at the state level despite a federal withdrawal. Now, Trump will likely pull out of the Paris Climate Accord again, and it will cause all the same issues we had the first time with our friends and allies. Not to mention that a warming planet is literally not sustainable for our particular species. Like, we can't go on like this. So it's going to be up to those state level governors again to make sure that they're doing as much harm reduction as possible and bringing back that U.S. Climate Alliance. I'll be back with part 2 on how your state will factor into future climate legislation at a state level should we lose support at the federal level.